What if I told you that the world is not ending in September 2025, no matter how many headlines or preachers say otherwise? What if I told you that the fear of a predicted rapture is actually stopping millions of young men from living the life they were born to live? Listen, so many of you watching this right now are scrolling through YouTube late at night, lost in your thoughts, broken over relationships, struggling in silence with loneliness, or wondering why success feels so far away. And then you hear these prophetic predictions that the world is going to end next month or next year, and something in you breaks a little more. Because if the world is ending, what's the point of trying? What's the point of healing? What's the point of finding love, building your career, or becoming the man God called you to be? But here's the truth. These failed rapture predictions are not just about dates on a calendar. They're about fear versus faith, despair versus destiny. And if you don't wake up to this truth right now, you'll waste the most important years of your life paralyzed by a lie. This video isn't just about prophecy, it's about YOU, your story, your growth, your future. So stay with me, because I'm about to break this down into 6 life-changing lessons. Here's the thing about fear. It doesn't need proof to control you. It doesn't need evidence. It doesn't even need to be right. Fear only needs your attention. And once it has that, it begins to grow like a shadow in your mind. That's what's happening with all these September 2025 rapture predictions. They're not giving you hope, they're feeding your fear. Now let me ask you, how many times in your life have you hesitated on a decision because you were afraid? Afraid of rejection, afraid of failure, afraid you weren't good enough. You probably remember those moments right now because they hurt. And what did that fear do? It stole time from you. It stole opportunity. It stole confidence. Fear always takes and it never gives. So when someone tells you, don't plan for the future, don't chase love, don't build a business because the rapture is coming, what they're really saying is, give your power to fear. But here's the reality, every single rapture date that's ever been predicted has failed. Every one of them. And guess what? Life went on. Bills still had to be paid. Relationships still mattered. The sun still rose the next morning. Fear convinces you that if you play small, you'll be safe. But in reality, playing small is the most dangerous thing you can do. Because you're not just avoiding risk, you're avoiding life, you're avoiding the growth, the love, the success, and the breakthroughs you were designed for. And listen to me carefully. Fear disguised as prophecy is still fear. Just because it wears a spiritual mask doesn't make it divine. You cannot afford to hand over your destiny to someone else's prediction. The most prophetic thing you can do is live fully, love deeply, and lead boldly. So here's my challenge to you. Stop waiting for someday and start living today. Because the only thief in this story is fear. And the only one with the power to shut the door on that thief is you. Here's what I want you to understand. Your destiny is not waiting on September 2025 or any date circled on someone else's calendar. Your destiny is alive right now, in every choice you make, in every decision you take, in every moment you decide to stand instead of shrink. Think about it, if the world really ended every time someone predicted it, none of us would even be here. There have been rapture predictions for decades, 1988, 2000, 2012, 2020, and now 2025. And yet here you are, still breathing, still given another chance to live, to love, to create. What does that tell you? It tells you that your purpose isn't tied to a deadline written in fear. It's tied to your life, your spirit, your God-given mission. And here's the danger: when you start believing your future is on a calendar, you stop moving. You wait. You delay. You put your dreams on pause. You tell yourself, why bother? Why start that business? Why heal from heartbreak? Why invest in love when it might all end in September? That mindset kills more potential than failure ever will. Let me get real with you. Purpose doesn't run on predictions. Purpose runs on action. Some of you are sitting in rooms right now, scrolling endlessly, convincing yourself that there's no point to trying because time is short. But what if the truth is the opposite? What if the fact that time is short is the very reason you need to start now? To build, to grow, to step into the man you were born to become. Life doesn't reward those who wait for certainty. It rewards those who act in uncertainty. The clock doesn't define you. The date doesn't define you. And if you're waiting for the right time, let me tell you, it will never come. The right time is always now. So I want you to make a decision today. Are you going to let a date on a calendar decide your worth, your work, your relationships, your legacy? Or are you going to step into your own life and claim it, no matter what fear says is coming? Because the only calendar that matters is the one written in your heart, the one that says today is your chance. Today is your turning point. Today is your destiny. And here's the bottom line: September 2025 will come and go. But the man you choose to become between now and then, that's what will last forever. We love to talk about faith. We love to say we believe. But let's be honest, too many of us are sitting on faith like it's a couch instead of walking in faith like it's a road. And the truth is, faith without action is dead. Here's what I mean. Some of you watching right now are praying for a relationship, but you're not healing your heart. You're asking for success, but you're not showing up consistently. You're begging God for purpose, but you're still scrolling, still waiting, still holding out for some sign. And deep down, you know it. Faith isn't about sitting still. Faith is about moving forward, even when the road looks foggy. Think about the disciples. They didn't just sit in a boat saying, "We believe." No, they threw their nets, they stepped on water, they risked storms, they acted. That's what faith looks like. It's messy, it's scary, but it's alive. But here's what fear-based prophecy does to men. It convinces you to wait, to pause, to do nothing until the date comes and goes. You put your dreams on a shelf because you think time is running out. But what you don't realize is that every day you wait, you're letting life run out anyway. Faith is a seed. And seeds only grow when you plant them. If you never plant, because you're scared it might not work out, you'll never see the harvest that was always meant for you. You can't reap purpose without sowing action. So let me challenge you right now. Stop hiding your faith behind words. Start moving with it. Take that step. Make that call. Write that application. Talk to her. Start the business. Build the life. Because the truth is, there will always be predictions. There will always be reasons to wait. But the only real failure is when you let faith die inside you because you never acted on it. Let's talk about something real. The panic that comes with these predictions. You know, that knot in your stomach. That low-level anxiety that whispers, "What if it's true?" That's not prophecy. That's fear playing with your emotions. Here's what happens when you believe the world is ending. You stop investing in people. You stop dreaming about love. You pull away from your family. You stop making plans for the future. It feels safer to disconnect. Because why build something beautiful if it's just going to collapse? But listen closely. That panic is robbing you. It's stealing intimacy. It's stealing joy, and it's leaving you isolated. And isolation is where men die inside. Because the truth is, we weren't built to live in panic. We were built to live in connection. Do you see the trick? Time panic convinces you not to feel too much, not to try too hard, not to love too deeply. But those are the very things that make life worth living. The trap of panic is that it makes you give up the present while you're fearing the future. And here's the irony. When September 2025 comes and goes, the people who panicked will look back and realize they wasted months of their lives. Months they could have been building, months they could have been growing, months they could have been loving. Panic is the thief of presence. So if you feel that knot in your chest right now, I want you to breathe. Release it. Don't let someone else's prediction rob you of the joy of being alive today. Because the future is uncertain, but panic will never prepare you for it. Only purpose will. This might be the most important thing I say tonight. You were not born to escape this world. You were born to impact it. If you spend your life waiting to disappear, you'll never leave anything behind. But men of purpose, they don't live to escape, they live to build something that outlives them. Look at history. Every man who made a difference had one thing in common. They weren't waiting for the world to end. They were busy creating. They were writing, building, inventing, leading, loving. They left behind a legacy that spoke louder than their fears. And here's what I need you to hear. Legacy isn't just about millions of dollars or massive companies. Legacy is about the lives you touch, the relationships you nurture, the values you pass on, the love you give, the words you speak that echo after you're gone. When you let escape mentality control you, you stop creating, you stop caring, you stop shaping the world. But when you remember you were born for legacy, every day becomes a chance to build something eternal. So don't live for the rapture, live for the legacy. Don't wait to leave, work to leave something behind. Because men of legacy are remembered. Men of escape are forgotten, and you were born to be remembered. At the end of the day, hope is the most powerful prophecy you can hold on to. Because hope isn't about what might happen. It's about what you choose to believe in the darkest nights. Hope says, even if the calendar says the end is near, I will still love. I will still build. I will still rise. Hope says, even if they're wrong again, I will not waste my life waiting. I will live it. Do you see how powerful that is? Hope doesn't tie you to fear, it frees you from it. Hope doesn't make you hide, it makes you shine. And here's the truth. Men without hope collapse. Men with hope create revolutions. They change families, they heal hearts. They break cycles. They rise from ashes. Hope isn't just positive thinking. It's the engine that drives destiny. So if you're tired of fear, if you're done with panic, if you're sick of waiting for September to decide your future, then take hope back into your hands. Because hope is prophecy. And prophecy is power. You've just heard the truth. The September 2025 Rapture prediction will fail, just like all the others. But the real question is, will you fail yourself, or will you rise? If this message spoke to you, don't just click away. Take a stand. Share this video with a brother who needs to hear it. Leave a comment. Tell me what fear you're letting go of today. And if you're ready to stop living in fear and start living in purpose, hit that subscribe button. Let's build a generation of men who live, love, and lead, no matter what the headlines say.